A big hello to all you truth seekers, and to those who are still sitting on the fence, as well as those denying flat Earth, without ever doing their own research. James Mann back with another truth video, showing planet Earth has zero measurable curvature, to match predictions made by Earth curvature calculators. It's people like Mick West, and Walter Bislin, who created these calculators, based on a planet with a 3,959-mile radius, and none of them match what we see and measure in reality, which makes me think these people are deliberately deceiving others, which shows them as being dishonest. Today I want to show you we don't have to look very far to disprove predicted curvature, made by Earth curvature calculators. Today my location is Dennis Beach, New Brunswick, where my eye level is 5.5 feet above sea level. I am looking west toward Alma, New Brunswick, 6.19 miles away. My eye level is 6 feet, the distance is 6 miles, and the predicted curvature is 6 feet. Did you notice the 666 in that calculation? That's the sign of the beast, and it's in the heliocentric model. Let's take a quick look at some curvature calculations made using Earth curvature calculators. 1 mile looking from sea level has to have 0.6669 feet of curvature. 10 miles looking from sea level has to have 66.6 feet of curvature. 100 miles looking from sea level has to have 6,667 feet of that alleged predicted Earth curvature. The diameter of our moon is 6 times 6 times 60, equaling 2,160 miles. The distance to the moon is 6 times 60 times 666, equaling 239,760 miles. The Earth's circumference is 600 times 6 times 6, equaling 21,600 nautical miles. The Earth orbits the Sun at 66,600 miles per hour. We are told that Earth has a 23.4 degree tilt off 90 degrees. 90 degrees minus 23.4 degrees equals 66.6 degrees. The number of the beast, 666, is everywhere in the heliocentric childhood programming. Now let me show you a few locations that disprove measurable curvature, from my 5.5 foot eye level. The yellow arrow points to Dennis Beach, where my camera is at 5.5 feet above sea level. Note that it is low tide. Now let's look at the locations that are visible in this video. First, 6.19 miles away we have the saltwater swimming pool at Fundy Park, where they should be 7.3 feet of curvature, yet nothing is being blocked by that predicted Earth curvature. The next location is Herring Cove, Fundy Park, 7.22 miles from my camera, and should have 12.6 feet of predicted curvature. Next is a cove that hasn't been named. It is 7.5 miles from my camera, and should have 14.2 feet of measurable curvature. And beyond that cove, is another unnamed cove, 8 miles from Dennis Beach, and should be blocked by 17.5 feet of alleged, predicted, Earth curvature. I use Google Earth to find locations far enough away that they would have to have measurable curvature, places I can see while I'm standing at sea level. Then I pick a day that is clear, with little to zero wind, and I like to do it at low tide when I have the best chance to see the lowest elevation to the distance I am looking. That little fishing boat is only 12 feet high, with 3 feet of that underwater, leaving just 9 feet visible. Add the predicted 4.6 feet of curvature, and we would only see 4.4 feet of the boat, from 6 miles away. It's easy to disprove predicted curvature to locations, as long as you aren't dealing with refraction, high winds, haze or fog. There's a 328-foot-high island 28 miles away, at the red arrow. I can see the island, from 5.5 feet above sea level, and I don't need any zoom. I will crop the image a few times to show the island is visible in this image. It's not pretty, but the 328-foot-high island is definitely visible to the naked eye. Since this video clip, from 2019, I have captured the island with my camera at 0 feet above sea level. The predicted Earth curvature is more than 500 feet to a 328-foot-high island. Again, these Earth curvature calculation predictions never match what we see and measure in reality. Now let me zoom to what I saw with the naked eye, from 28 miles away. I want you to realize that with my eye level at 5.5 feet above sea level, Alot should be blocked 100% of the time, by more than 400 feet of Earth's predicted curvature, yet the island is visible to the naked eye. Now think about the locations I just showed you, between 6 and 8 miles. Proving zero measurable curvature, to a 328-foot-high island 28 miles away, kind of debunks any measurable curvature to places closer than 28 miles. Doing your own research is the best way to break our childhood programming, as long as you are being honest with yourself. The high spot on the island is 328 feet, and to the bottom of the split is 103 feet, and we see at least 10 feet below the split for 113 feet visible, when it should be blocked by more than 400 feet of predicted curvature, over level water. The only thing blocking any of that island is refraction, in the form of mirroring. It is mirroring the sky, and the bottom of the island, and that has absolutely nothing to do with Earth curvature. The globe, versus the flat Earth topic, has destroyed countless families, and friendships. Our son, and his wife, actually told me to shut up about flat Earth. They didn't even ask if I would stop talking about it, they were triggered enough to be rude about it. This happens to people because of our childhood public school heliocentric Big Bang education, along with a lifetime of reinforcement. Telling someone they have been lied to about reality for their entire life, they tend to get a bit defensive, and even rude and ignorant. I just showed that Alot, 28 miles away from my camera, should never be seen while I'm standing on the beach with a 5.5-foot eye level. The fact is, we do see the island, and it's visible without any zoom. If you just flat out deny this, you have a problem. The globe is still locked into your mind. Put that aside, and try to prove it on your own. And by that I mean you really need to try and prove the globe model using your mind and critical thinking. I find people in general are lazy when it comes to researching where they live, yet these same people frequent flat Earth channels to argue, laugh, mock, tell us not to reproduce anything but doing their own research. Please, do not be that person. Prove what you can, and the shape of Earth is something we can all prove by doing our own research.